Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make the best birria. Okay, so we're going to start by grabbing a large pot. We're going to fill it up halfway with water, and then we're going to set it on high heat. We're going to add 1 whole onion, 1 whole head of garlic, 2 Roma tomatoes, 4 bay leaves, and salt. And now we're just going to bring it to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, we're going to add 2 pounds of short ribs and 5 pounds of chuck pot roast. So now we're just going to wait for it to come to a boil again. Okay, once it comes to a boil, we're going to skim the top of our pot. We're going to cover it, reduce the heat to medium-low, and let it cook for 1 hour. So in a small saucepan, we're going to transfer 22 New Mexico o Guajillo chile pods. We're also going to add 3 chile anchos and chile de árbol. So now we're just going to cover them with water, set it on high heat, and bring them to a boil. Okay, so once our chiles come to a boil, we're going to turn it off and transfer them into our blender cup. Okay, so now we're going to toast our spices. So in a small pan, we're going to set it on medium heat, and we're going to add 7 garlic cloves. So we're just going to toast them. Okay, so once the garlic cloves are ready, we're going to reduce the heat to low setting, and now we're just going to transfer them to our blender cup. In the pan, we're also going to toast 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds. So as soon as they change color, make sure that you transfer them to the blender cup. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so now we're going to toast 1 teaspoon of peppercorn, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 2 teaspoons of whole cumin, 2 teaspoons of thyme, and 5 whole cloves. So we're just going to leave them there for a couple seconds. So once you begin to smell the herbs, they are ready, so we're going to transfer them to the blender cup as well. And last, we have 4 bay leaves and a piece of cinnamon stick. Give it a couple seconds as well. And once you smell the cinnamon, it's ready, so we're going to transfer it to the blender cup. So we are done, so now we can make our sauce. Okay, so to blend, we're going to cover our chiles with our beef broth. Okay, so now we can blend. Okay, to a blender cup, we're also going to add a small piece of ginger and 1/4 of a cup of white vinegar. So now we're just going to blend until we have a smooth sauce. Okay, so once we have our adobo sauce, now we are ready to transfer it to our meat. Okay, so we're going to remove our onion and head of garlic. And now we're going to add our adobo sauce. And of course, strain if you need to. Okay, so we're just going to mix it. And at this point, we're going to try it for salt. And for me, it's perfect. Okay, so we're going to cover it and continue cooking for another 1.5 hours or 2 hours until the meat is nice and tender. Okay guys, so after 1 hour and 30 minutes, our delicious birria is done. And let me tell you that it smells delicious. Alright guys, so now we're just going to chop our meat. And of course you can shred it as well. So just whatever is easier for you. Okay, so once we have our meat all nice and chopped, now we're going to pour some consomme on top of it. Okay, so now we are ready to make our delicious queso tacos. Dip our tortilla into our consomme. So grab your oil. So we're going to flip it over. Add our cheese. I'm using queso Oaxaca, and we're just going to allow the cheese to melt. We're going to add our birria, add some onion, some cilantro, and some lemon juice.